What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you this morning with some Destiny bright and early on Friday morning. We're here watching the sunrise in the tower. And since it's Friday, you guys know that Zur is here and he's brought his goods with him again. Now, after an absolutely amazing, stellar week from Zur last week with Thunderlord, we're going to see if he can follow that up this week with another good week. So let's go check and see what Zur has brought this Friday. Now Zur's back over by the speaker. Yet again, I've already kind of looked around for him. It's kind of a mad dash this morning. Everybody in the tower, always still funny. Like everybody at right at the reset time, everybody's still running around the tower trying to find Zur. Even though so many people will complain about Zur, they still get their hopes up every week. It's kind of funny. But here we go. Zur is down here. You can see him there over in the corner. We're gonna go over here as the sun comes up and see what Zur has. Alright, so actually not too bad. Not quite as good as last week, but he's got some decent items. Now we'll start off with the Titans. You guys have the Insurmountable Skullfort. This is a Striker Titan helm. See Discipline 93, Light Level 36. Melee hits replenish your grenade energy. You replenish health when you pick up an orb, and Storm Fist kills regenerate your health. Spawning also with melee energy. That basically works like the transfusion perk in the Titan Striker tree. So anytime you get a melee kill, if your melee is charged, even if you're not using transfusion, it will refill your health. It's a pretty decent helm. I like this helm. This was the first exotic I ever got in the entire game. I got it from a legendary helmet engram back when Master Raoul used to give you like greens and blues for purples, so it's kind of a shock. I've been using it ever since. It's pretty solid for strikers. I like to use it in PvP because then I can use that perk. I can use the transfusion perk for something different. This comes in handy a little bit also in the end encounter of the Crota raid. But in terms of an overall Titan exotic, it's not like top tier. It's not like the Armamentarium or Helm of Saint 14 or Ruin Wing. So there's a couple you would want to prioritize over this, but this is still a fun helmet to use, and it's a very cool helmet. It looks really neat. The front plate of it has like these little flashing lights on it, so actually a pretty good helmet. If you guys are collecting or still looking to pick up another exotic for a Titan, this is not a bad one. You can't really go wrong. You don't have to buy this, but it's definitely one that is, it's not a wasted exotic in my opinion. All right, Hunters, you guys get the Knucklehead Radar, and since I'm on my Hunter this week, I'll actually show you this. I actually will probably buy this because I don't have any of the exotic helmets for my Hunter. He's my newest character, just got him up to around level 30, so he still needs to get some decent exotics. Light the Blade, causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown. Always a good perk. You've got Inverse Shadow, increased super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. Always a good perk. And then Sensor Pack. Radar remains visible while aiming primary weapons. This is primarily for PvP. This is basically this gives you third eye with every single primary weapon. So any primary you use, even if it doesn't have third eye, this exotic ability on this helmet will give that to you. Now, while this isn't quite as powerful as the Mask of the Third Man or the Acolyphage Symbiote, this is still a very good helm for PvP. This is probably the third best Hunter helm, one of the top 3 or 4 Hunter exotics besides Mask of the Third Man and Acolyphage Symbiote, because obviously those are geared more towards Arc Blade or your Golden Gun, giving you that extra shot with Golden Guns. So those would definitely be priority over this, but this is still a great helmet, and you cannot go wrong with this if you are a Hunter. He actually is offering the upgrade for this week, but as you can see, the strength level is a lot less than the roll you'll get on the one you can actually buy from Zur. Moving on to the Warlock, you guys get the Apotheosis Veil this week. You got 117 discipline roll in there. Melee hits replenish grenade energy, replenish health when you pick up an orb, and activating your super regenerates your health. Somewhat similar to Insurmountable Skullfort. This is it's a well-rounded Warlock helm, but it's not one of the best Warlock exotics. There's definitely exotics you'd want to be using over and above this, like Heart of Praxic Fire, the Claws of Ahamkara. It's still a pretty decent exotic if you don't have anything else and you need one. You could definitely, 13 coins is not too bad for something like this. But again, it's not one of the top tier Warlock exotics. Still, it's a neat looking helm, and it does have some halfway decent perks that will serve you rather well in most of the game activities. All right, moving on to his weapon this week. This is not Thunderlord, but it is actually not a bad weapon overall. I actually got this Truth. I got this last week from an engram from Master Raoul. This is a pretty solid overall exotic rocket launcher. It's not Yallarhorn, nothing is, but this is actually a very good single target, and a great PvP launcher. Let's get into, you got warhead verniers, confined launch, gives you max stability, but you really don't need. Grenades and horseshoes, rockets from this weapon will detonate early based on proximity to targets. This is great for PvP. You've got a javelin upgrade, a heavy payload upgrade. You probably want to go with javelin here, and then flared magwell to reload a little bit faster. You also do have the prototype True Seeker. Rounds fired from this weapon seek their targets aggressively. Now, when it says aggressively, it means it. These will literally follow people around corners. They will follow people up in the air. They will turn around and come back at people. This is a heat seeker. This thing is great for PvP. If you basically, as long as you've got somebody in your scope, it doesn't matter if it's for a split second and you fire this thing, it's going to get you a kill. I've been using this here and there in PvP. I'm more of an heavy machine gun fan for PvP, but I've been actually using this on my Hunter in a couple of matches, and it's literally fire and forget, especially with that grenades and horseshoes. With that aggressive tracking, this thing will take people down. As long as you get a sliver of them in the sight picture when you fire it, as long as you hear that little tracking tone, it will find them and it will kill them. Very, very solid single target and aggressive tracking rocket launcher for the Crucible. So this is definitely, I would suggest, if you have the coins, if you don't have Truth, this is definitely a great rocket launcher to pick up. Like I said, it has some situational use, but it's very good. It's better in PvP than Yallarhorn, actually, at least in my opinion. Yallarhorn is kind of overkill, and it's not really, Truth is going to have that tracking that's much more aggressive and get you a few more kills, but you can't really go wrong with either one of them. But Truth is definitely a very solid rocket launcher. If you don't have it already, yeah, I'd say go ahead and pick it up. It's worth it, definitely. Again, he's got his exotic shards, and then this week he has brought an exotic engram, which is the Gauntlet engram. I'm actually going to be saving my Motes of Light now for next week when House of Wolves comes out. This is actually also the last week for Xur before House of Wolves, so hopefully next week we're going to get some new inventory for Xur with some new exotics and different items. We'll see what he brings, but I'm going to be saving those Motes of Light to be re-rolling those new vendor weapons we can buy, because there are just a ton of those that I can't wait to get my hands on. There's that new Vanguard Pulse Rifle, the Red Hand 9 from New Monarchy. I want to have those Motes of Light so I can re-roll some of that stuff. All right, now moving on to the upgrades this week. Again, he's got the Knucklehead Radar, but the one that you can purchase has a better stat roll, so you probably would be better off just buying a new one versus spending all that Glimmer and the exotic shards. You also get the Crest of Alpha Lupi. Titans also have the Crest of Alpha Lupi and the No Backup Plans. Warlocks get the Apotheosis Veil. You got a 110 discipline on that one versus 117. So again, the one you can buy is a little bit better. You also get Heart of the Praxic Fire. Weapon-wise, you have the Might of Multi-Tool, Thorn, Plan C, Patience and Time, Super Good Advice, and Yallarhorn. Moving on to his Curios, Xur has the Auto Rifle Telemetry, Fusion Rifle Telemetry, and Machine Gun Telemetry. He's also carrying the Emerald Coil and the Stealth Drive for your Sparrow if you want to upgrade one of those rare blue Sparrows. And he's also got Heavy Ammo Synthesis. Now next week, I don't think he's going to have these anymore. These are supposedly, apparently, going to be sold by the Gunsmith now. And you'll also be able to upgrade all of your exotics just directly from the weapon page when you hit your button to go look at your weapon in detail. You'll be able to just do that without having to use Xur anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what Xur has next time we see him, because he's not going to have a lot of this stuff anymore. Be interesting to see if they give him any new inventory at all. Be interesting to see that. So anyways, guys, it's TechnoViking23 bringing you this week's Xur inventory and his location. Again, he's over here hanging out by the speaker's little hidey hole over here in the corner. So hope you guys are having a good morning. Let me know if you plan on picking anything up from Xur. He's got some actually halfway decent gear this week, but again, it's late in the game and we're getting ready to have a new expansion, so you might want to save those coins. Kind of up to you at this point. Anyways, guys, hope you're having a great day, and I will see you again next time.